Hey, uh, this past week we read Apothecary Diaries Volume 10, and solid, honestly, probably my favorite volume thus far. The goat, Rickerson, back. Boston, love story. Very cutesy. Man, I wrote down like so many lines from this volume where I just thought like, man, that's fire. Like, let's see. When Boston's talking with Mame about Mame's like, oh, you just don't seem like the type of person that would be able to be okay with an arranged marriage, but you need to go tell her how you feel. And he's like, or she's like, oh yeah, she's not married, is she? And then Boz is like, well, not anymore. Yeah, that's funny. Or later when he's talking to her, he's like, what wonderful weather we're having today. And then Li Shu replies, and then the book describes the sky as cloudy. And though it wasn't raining, neither was it sunny and cheerful. Man, naming the Boston's pet duck Jofu, which the book said was just another word for duck. Peak. And then I wrote down a little note that said it would be funny if they killed off Boston. Like, I don't think they will kill off main characters, but it would be funny. It would be funny. Man, there was a line that said the duck demonstrating her native intelligence hopped down off Basin's shoulder and pooped on the ground. Fun fact: ducks can't be potty trained because they don't have control. They just kind of poop everywhere. Man, Chew, great character, very fun, terrorist. And then when Mao Mao gets accosted by bandits, Boston breaks their arms so they can't run away. That's insane. There's a Nian Zen, holy aura, like his just like side story. I can't even start to imagine like how that's gonna be animated. That episode's gonna be so fun, bro. Like they can definitely add, like even like the way it was like talked, like that could be an entire episode on its own, man. I'm gonna look forward to that. uh, I wrote down Mao Mao Magician when she was trying to get the villagers to believe in her newfound knowledge from Nian Zen. That was, she is what she is. But in terms of fun things, when she's talking to Jinchi, Jinchi interrupted her, patting the bed beside him. Mao Mao didn't say anything. It would be tiring for you to stand there the whole time we're talking. Have a seat. And then the goat replies, certainly, I'll go get a chair. Oh, man. And then, just as she was about to do that, Jinchi grabbed her wrist, saying, have a seat. Man, he's a funny guy. Then they have the goofy ass owl story. Uh, telling what was his name again? Tian Yu. Telling Tian Yu that Mao Mao is excused because she's having etiquette training. Oh man. Oh, Rickerson, my beloved favorite character, easily. When he tries to when he convinces like the villagers, he's like, "Oh yeah, if you guys harvest, I'll pay like double the price for all your excess." And then later on, when like the swarm of grasshoppers comes, obviously the villagers renege on the deal because they need the surplus. But Mama's like, "Oh, how are you, Mr. Moneybags?" And he says, "Oh heavens, I'm merely a middling bureaucrat. I don't have the money to buy an entire village's wheat supply." And then he stuck out his tongue playfully and took the bag out. It was full of ghost stones. He's so aura. He's so aura, man. And then when he told this like story about like he like kept like dropping notes about like, oh yeah, my mom taught this, my older sister taught me this. And then he tells Mama like, oh yeah, but they were attacked by brigands and his mom stuffed his mouth so that he couldn't scream as his mom and older sister were murdered. That's insane. And then Mao Mao like cracks like a sweet joke of like, oh, well, I'm glad that happened to you because you saved all these villagers' lives. And then Rickerson, that wonderful man, he smiled and said, I feel like you and I get along quite well, Mao Mao. Do you think I could seek your hand in marriage? Mao Mao says, surely you jest. She wasn't about to take his polite banter seriously. And then Rickerson says, yes, of course, surely, and chuckles. Mao Mao thought, uh, I'm not sure. Wait, wrote down, I'm not sure I realized he was the type to make that kind of joke. Maybe it wasn't a joke, twin. Look, when he took you dancing, mm, mm. Hey, Rickerson, my goat. My goat. And, I'm very much looking forward to the next chapter. I guess that's pretty much all I need to say so far. I think this is probably my favorite volume. There's so many moments where I just thought, like, man, this writing is peak. And yeah, I'm really interested to see where they go with this, like the whole reveal of Gyokyo Kuyo Go Gyokyo's plan of bringing Jinchi over or inviting Jinchi over is basically as a scapegoat for this like whole like pest situation. And like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with Rickerson. He's on the cover of the next volume, so really looking forward to that. Anyways, talk to you guys next week. Bye.